I thought I'd do a little video today, a little bit talking about a different selection of strings. There are many varieties of strings out there in the world. You've got what a lot of people would know as Aquila strings. That's your standard white Aquilas. You have Aquila reds. You have strings called Fremont. They're pretty good. One of my favourite South Coast ukulele strings. Worth clear strings, Silver's strings as well. A lot of different varieties I have here. What I thought I would do, I would talk a little bit about string selection, and then I've got a few ukes here with different types of strings on. Let you have a bit of a listen. What I will say when it comes to string selection, you know, do you want a bright sound? Do you want a more warmer, richer tone? Strings you use will give you, different qualities to those sounds. Strings like South Coast ukulele strings, these type of strings, or Worth medium clear strings. These strings will give you a bright, crystally type sound. Your Aquila strings give you probably more volume, but not, and a bit more in your face. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Where are we here? Aquila. They give you a bit more louder, in your face type tone about them. Worth strings as well. You can get them in a brown version. This is medium clear. The browns give you a much warmer tone than the clear. Clear is more crystally bright. Brown's warm. The Aquila reds, they have a very unusual sound. I would put them more in the warm, rich sort of tone. Fremonts, again, they're probably bright, not as bright as Worth medium clears, but they're up in that bright end of things. But anyway, when it comes to ukes, there's so many variants involved when it comes to string selection. The quality of the uke, each individual piece of wood that the uke's made from is very unique in tonal quality. So to me, the only way you're really going to find the sound you want is a bit of trial and error. So buy yourself a few sets of strings, put one set on, play it, see if you like it. If you don't, throw them away, try another set. And eventually you will come across a set that you will like the tone of, but more importantly will really match the ukulele that you put those strings on. I have quite a few ukuleles, and I don't use one string for all ukes. Two reasons. I want a broad array of tone or sounds coming from my ukes, but more importantly, all the ukes, as I said earlier, are very individual. They're very unique. They all have their own little qualities, and so I can put one set of strings that sound incredibly wonderful on one of my ukes and put those same strings on another one, and it won't sound very good at all. So a lot has got to do with, I suppose, matching the string with the actual wood of the ukulele. That said, and like I said before, the Worths and the South Coast are quite bright, so regardless of what uke you put them on, they will sound bright. Whether or not a warmer sounding string would sound better in that uke, again, it will come down to a bit of trial and error. So anyway, I thought I would just play a couple of ukes with different strings on them, just to give you a bit of an idea of tone. This first one here, I've just put new strings on this. This is one of my Ahana ukes from my that I have for sale. If you may not be aware, I am an Ahana supplier these days. This is a CK20S Ahana. It's the bottom end of the price range. It's not one of their really highly professional models, but anyway, this is strung with Aquila strings. So I'll play a little bit so you can hear it. So that's Aquila strings. While I'm there, I might as well show you a set of Aquila red strings. This one actually is tuned low G, but I'll play a bit of that. Okay, Aquila strings, when it comes to resonator ukuleles, to me Aquila strings are the bee's knees when it comes to resonators. I love Aquila strings on all resonators I've ever owned. So they're Aquilas. What else we got here? This one here is Worth medium clear string, so very bright. Okay, the next two ukes I want to show you have South Coast ukulele strings, which are these brands. Now, South Coast ukulele strings, they make heaps of varieties, probably at least 15 different types of strings for ukulele. You can get, what they call, medium gauge like the Worth, but you can also get light medium and soft light mediums, and you can get soft gauge, you can get heavy gauge. There's so many varieties. I have two different types here. This is your standard light medium gauge string. And this one has soft, light South Coast. So there you go, that's a selection of different strings. I've probably confused you more than anything because I've given you so many options there. But once again, I would really say try a few different sets of strings on your ukuleles and use your own ears as the judge of which strings to use. If you have a set of strings on your uke and you like the sound of it, well, keep using those strings. There's no point in changing. But if you're wanting to experiment or change your sound, then experiment with a few different varieties and see what you come up with. Anyway, as I said, I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I hope I haven't confused you with all the options here, but it is what it is. Thank you. Bye.